Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to Not So Daily Show, the show that comes to you daily, except when it doesn't. I'm your host, Themba. We've got a beautiful show lined up for you today. Unless you're clicks, then you might find it dull and damaged. Let's kick off the show by showing you what a company that owns up to its mistakes against black people does to apologize and at least try to make amends.
Now, Starbucks says that closing these stores is just the first step. It is not necessarily the solution. They have teamed up with several civil rights organizations, including the NAACP, to help them create today's curriculum. Starbucks says the program will set the foundation for a longer-term anti-bias, diversity, equity, and inclusion effort. The company will close more than 8,000 stores this afternoon. The closures are estimated to cost Starbucks about $12 million.
So, Starbucks closed its doors and incurred a $12 million loss to fight against racial bias. Many companies in South Africa and around the world closed their doors for over 3 months to fight against the coronavirus. Yet Clicks is not willing to close its doors for even a day or lose a penny to fight against the racial problem that they and Tresemme have created. Which makes you wonder what the EFF black people have to do to be taken seriously in a country where they are the vast majority.
Because you worship money more than humanity. We wrote a letter to them. We asked them peacefully, do not close, do not open for the next 5 days. They refused.
I mean, how blind do you have to be to insult natural hair in South Africa? South Africa, the country that gave the world this Miss Universe.
South Africa!
But I guess, like Master KG in Jerusalem, sometimes it's easier to conquer the world than it is to be accepted in your own home.
Jerusalem, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze.
And don't get me wrong, this advert is offensive on so many different levels. But I think the most disheartening thing about it, as accurately summed up in this next clip by Shahan Ramkinson, is the inferiority complex it attempts to instill in so many young black people's minds about their natural hair and their skin.
Take your pathetic apology and shove it. Well, we don't need a forced sorry for racism. In fact, we're not accepting it. We want accountability. Your advert adds to the insecurity of so many young black teens, and for that, you should be most ashamed.
And some people might take it lightly, but this is the exact systematic operation that would lead a Nasty C, at 20 years old, to call his debut album Bad Hair Extensions, which is the exact equivalent of a Costa Titch calling his debut album Small Dick Enlargement. And no offense to Costa Titch, but as Sway clarifies in this next clip, it's all just propaganda, bro.
Well, what made you name your album that?
My album initially it was titled Bad Hair,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's just because I have bad hair, my whole family has bad hair, so that's just like, that's that.
So let's talk about this ideology of what bad hair and good hair is, and what colonial mentality of some conquering country came into your life and our lives and told us that our hair is bad.
Thank you.
Not
And something-
everybody's.
Not everybody's
Everybody's.
hair. I'm just talking about my hair.
What makes your hair
personally.
bad?
And before I close off the show, I'm gonna go off script and say, Clicks, Tresemme, or whatever big corporate wants to market black people in South Africa or anywhere around the world. Black people are proud of being black. They love the way they look, and most importantly, they are not trying to be white. So I'm not gonna say something corny like Black Lives Matter, because you know they do. They're the reason you make millions and even billions of dollars every year. So, moving forward, a little respect, please.